And the Broncos coming up next.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10, right at the 30. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lions.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And he's got it.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Now a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Lance.
He finds his man complete. It's Garner. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Chargers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Lance. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, Lance.
And that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On second down, Tillman. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any consistent emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. From the gun, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Deion Henley in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Meanwhile, Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lyons. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Lyons. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Deion Henley. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Up the middle they go. Lyons down to about the 22 here. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
This drive is is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Herbert now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Romeo Doubs taking it in. And the Chargers are able to move back in front.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Denver's offense now set to go. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Tillman, 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Third and 3. Lance going to throw. And he is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Lance. And now another one thrown incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Herbert going to change the play here. On 2nd down now. It's Lyons. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Touchdown! Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
And Matthews makes the ground. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So we've reached the intermission, and what?
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Called out a very strong gain of 24. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 36. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try to get more people to the point of attack.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lions. And some room to maneuver.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Play action. It's Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Tillman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Tillman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Tillman. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From midfield, here's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll run on first down. Tillman, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 93 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. On first down, Tillman. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
To throw, it's Lance. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this thing. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it, and you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. Lions only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? Got to work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
Touchdown, Chargers! A great effort there. He scored on the ground through the air. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready. Now Lance.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Go. Ready.
Now Lance again. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And Lance now to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Tillman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Set.
10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tillman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game. EA Sports. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This a 2nd and 8. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They take the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent gain.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Garner. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
They run the counter. Garner. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3